Kalaloo is a staple on our table. Kalaloo is a staple, whether it is summer, winter, fall, or spring. Here in Jamaica, we always eat kalaloo for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for that matter. And so I try to keep it growing because we don't like to buy it. My family do not like the taste when I purchase it, and so I try to grow it. And it has a ton of health benefits as well. And so we're going to be planting some kalaloo, and I'm going to give you some tips as to how to grow kalaloo and how to use it throughout this video. So please stick around. My name is Mary if you're new here, and this is our container garden where we grow a ton of kalaloo. This is where we grow our iron tablet. We don't buy them, we grow them. And I'm going to also tell you how you benefit from the iron in Kalaloo, because it's not easy to be absorbed by the human body, but there is a way how it can be done really easily. I'm going to share that with you as well. So let me gather some suckers here. We have plenty of them growing right here. In these two containers right here, there are a ton of volunteer Kalaloo suckers, and that is how they usually just volunteer themselves in the garden, and I transplant them out and have them to use in the home. We always have Kalaloo. And this is how Miss Juliet managed to get volunteers for the giveaway. Believe it or not, because mine, the ones I sowed, they flopped my show. And Miss Juliet just came to the rescue with volunteers just like so from Kalaloo that I gave her, and she planted on the seeds. She just threw the seeds out and they grew, and so she was able to prepare a ton of them to jump in for me for the giveaway so that our subscribers and our viewers could benefit from them. So let me quickly collect some of these and get them planted out. I'm going to grab some of the greens. We have plenty. These just volunteered from a ton of Kalaloo that we had growing here. Lovely big beautiful Kalaloo we had growing right here, and these just fell and grew in here, but all of them won't do well this close, and so I just spread them throughout the garden. Let me get some of these greens, and then some of the reds. There are so many growing in here. These the soil in here is dry, guys. The red ones especially do well no matter how hot it gets, and that is why I enjoy planting the reds. No, I'm gonna plant these up top, so join me up top, guys. I tidied up this area a bit with you the other day, and I planted lettuce, some on camera and some off right here, and some corn in that bed. Now I have 3 containers right here that are empty. I'm going to plant some Kalaloo here. I'm going to plant 2 reds and a green, and then the others I'm going to take over that side, because we can't have empty container that's replenished and no food growing. That's just crazy behavior. Where is I need my trowel. Let me get it. Oh, and there's a bucket there empty as well. So I'm gonna put a red here because we like it to look a little bit pretty. A red here and a green here. You want to plant out especially these green ones in the evening. You'll be seeing the video in the morning, but I'm doing this in the late afternoon going into the evening. That way your seedlings are able to kind of recover throughout the cool of the night from the transplant shock before the sun start drying them out. right? And then I'm putting a red over there as well, right here. Before you know it, these in 3 weeks, if nothing goes wrong in 3 weeks, we're able to harvest breakfast from these. They grow really, really fast. That's a bell pepper growing right there. I'm not gonna bother that. All right, let's go plant out these. And then let me tell you how to eat it in order for you to benefit from the iron that is present in Kalaloo. There's a lot of it in there. And other things too, manganese, magnesium. Am I saying the right things? I'm sure I am. There, fiber. Kalaloo fills you up like no other. And so many nutrients that is present in this greens. It's unbelievable. All right, I had to go get a container because I need to catch some water on my Kalaloo. On my Kalaloo suckers, because I'm going to plant them right in front here in these little black containers, but I need to replenish the soil quickly. So let me place this here. I need to wet the soil one, and I need to put some fresh soil on top to plant them. So let me quickly wet them, and then I'm going to plant Kalaloo in these. Oh, guys, guess what? I can sit down and take a 5. All right, perfect opportunity to explain how you eat Kalaloo in order for your body to absorb iron that is present in there. Because I did a video previously and I said my iron tablet is my Kalaloo, but I did not explain how your body is able to absorb the nutrient iron that is present in Kalaloo. So the body is not, the human body is not capable to absorb the iron that is present without a little help. You need to eat it with things rich in vitamin C, such as citrus and peppers, bell peppers, all of those peppers that is high in vitamin C. Once you consume your Kalaloo with things like that. So for us Jamaicans who love to prepare our Kalaloo with a lot of bell pepper, we have no problem absorbing the iron that is present in Kalaloo. So eating Kalaloo on its own or amaranth, your body is unable to absorb iron. So you wanna enjoy your Kalaloo with a cup of orange juice, or you can squeeze some lime juice on the leaves if you're eating it like a salad. And when you do that, the vitamin C present in the citrus or the peppers will help your body to absorb the iron that is present in Kalaloo. I hope that made sense. All right. So, wanna mix in the fresh soil. Ensure that the soil is wet. You never want to transplant your seedlings into dry soil. It will be too much of a shock and the plants might not recover from that shock. So you want to ensure that your soil is moist whenever you're planting seedling. Doesn't matter which seedling, any seedling. You want to ensure that your soil is nice and moist. So we're going to be planting. There is one in here already, a green one. Oh, cool. All right. This is a whole lot of breakfast that will be planted out right here. And I like to plant them mix red, green, because that way the pests attack them less. I don't have a lot of pest pressure on the red. And surprisingly, I've seen a lot of gardeners who say they plant Kalaloo, the red one, red amaranth, as a trap crop. In my garden, the pests don't bother the red that much. They like the green, for sure. but they don't bother the red. So when I plant them together, I have less pest pressure on my greens. All right, let's get to planting some of these. I'm going to start off with the red because I don't want the pest around here. So hopefully them seeing the red at the entrance to the row, they stay away. I got a recent question. One of you asked how to harvest Kalaloo. Guys, I don't take any question as being a silly question, because if you're planting something for the first time, I can imagine you do not know what to do. And so let me quickly insert a clip to show you how to harvest your Kalaloo to keep it producing for you for the entire season if it is that you garden in the summer months. We garden all year round, but I'm quite aware that some of us are not able to do that. So if you have a limited time um, where you're able to plant, you can have Kalaloo right throughout that season if you harvest it this way. All right, so these are little branches coming off of the main plant, and each one of these will give me one of this as soon as I cut this. As soon as the energy stop focusing on the big part, so I cut it right here, and these 3 branches are going to give me 3 like this in a couple of days, literally about 3 days time. All right, baby, you have to run, right? He has to leave us, guys. Give me my Kalaloo, sir. I'm going to get some more stuff. All right, so I need a red here. I think I took up too many suckers, but that is basically how I plant Kalaloo, and it does not require fertilizing. This soil that I'm planting in as a little manure, or just plant it in compost and never fertilize for the entire life of the plant. So go ahead and plant your iron tablets, because this is how I grow mine and not purchase any. There are too many side effects. I'm sorry for those stores are going to be upset with me, but it is the truth. Once it is synthetic, there's going to be side effects on the human body. It was not meant to be in the body. And so I try to grow organic food to supplement some of those supplements. If that makes sense, guys. I hope it does. I want to thank you so very much for joining me in the garden today. And I hope it was helpful to at least one person. Let me know in the comments if it was helpful to you guys. Let me know what you're planting. What is your garden doing at this time? Let me know in the comments, guys. I know some of you have been sharing your gardens with me in the community. On the community tab, thank you guys for sharing. I appreciate it. Just to quickly recap, if it is that you want to ensure you're getting all of the iron possible from your Kalaloo, try and enjoy it with a little vitamin C. Anything that has a lot of vitamin C, your best bet is citrus. Your second best bet is peppers. So load up your Kalaloo with peppers, and trust me, your body will absorb that iron. And just before I go, no information that I provide is any professional medical advice. Life experience we offer over here, guys. Just that. So do not substitute your doctor recommended or prescribed medication for Kalaloo or for anything else that we grow in the garden. But seek advice from your physician before you do anything that could be detrimental to your health. All right, guys? But with that said, anything that you grow is better than anything synthetic, especially if you grow your food organically. It's going to be better for you. That's just common sense. Don't need to go to medical school to know that part, right? So yeah, that is how we keep Kalaloo growing all year round in our garden. And this is a container garden. So can you imagine if I had soil? This is one seeding right behind me, right here. A ton of seedlings coming up in there. All right, guys. So thank you again. Please leave your comments. Give me a thumbs up if this is a video that you enjoy. Please subscribe if you're watching and have not yet subscribed. And of course, press the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I post new videos. All right, guys. Please remember to share the videos. And thank you so much for joining me today. Bye, guys.